Hi everyone, and welcome to my presentation. This presentation is about going online as an organization, and the organization that I have chosen is the Society of Translators and Interpreters of British Columbia, SDIBC. The reason I've chosen this organization is because I am a translator, I'm a member of that society. I do English to Greek, and also because, as you will see, the society does not currently offer any online training. So I thought it would be interesting and a good exercise for me to look into going online in that organization. So a little bit about the society. It's a nonprofit professional association, which means that the organization is dedicated to its members and to the profession. And so any surplus revenue that the association has is dedicated to its members and to improving the profession or advocating for the profession of translators and interpreters. And as a society, it regulates us, translators and interpreters, and it promotes our interests, and it also protects us. There is a code of ethics that we are bound by, and that is in place to serve the public's interests. And the society also provides education and certification exams for different titles. It conducts workshops, seminars, and mentorship programs between more experienced and less experienced translators and so forth. So an array of services from the society, but when it comes to online training, there isn't really anything there. Last year, there was a webinar that was developed experimentally. The webinar was to train markers of certification exams. So particular interest and focus was given to how to mark a certification exam, what constitutes fair marking, what's objective, what's subjective, and so forth. And it's for members who have qualified to be markers, and therefore it's for a very small audience. Nonetheless, there were members from outside of British Columbia, from back east in Canada, and there was a member from the US too. And that was made possible because of the training being offered through a webinar. Now, the CTTIC that you see on the slide stands for Canadian Translators, Terminologists, and Interpreters Council, and that is our umbrella for the translator and interpreter profession. And they regulate the certification examination. So the webinar, the content of the webinar rather, is regulated through them. And the little arrow that you see right here, that is the webinar itself for the markers training. So if you wish to watch it, you may. Now, in terms of other online activities, well, we have a website. The SDIBC website. It has visitors and members only area. The members only area, you need the user ID and password to log in, it serves more as an information venue. There's no online training really through the website. The events are promoted, the services are promoted. There's a members directory for clients to find translators and interpreters, and also we can register for seminars and workshops through the website. The other thing that the society offers to its members is the Transletter. It's a quarterly publication that's emailed to us, and it's also archived on the members only area. And that's it. So why do I think the society should invest in online training? Well, a few reasons. The first one is to reach more of our members, of the existing members. Right now, there are over 800 members with the society, and every year there's 100 to 120 new members. And that's a lot of members. And not all of them live in Vancouver. In fact, about 25% of them live outside the Lower Mainland. And by Lower Mainland, I mean Vancouver and the suburbs. Some members live up north in Prince George, for example. Some live in Kelowna, which is a 5-hour drive from Vancouver. So although we have all these members, wonderful members, and they support the society with their membership dues every year, they cannot reach the society. So going online would be able to increase the accessibility of the members and reach a greater audience. Another reason why online training would be a good idea is to promote the workshops. There were 25 workshops offered last year, and since the beginning of 2016, the society held 26 workshops. We're getting very, very busy. And there is another 10 workshops or orientation sessions planned until the end of 2016. And that's just what has been decided on now. And we're in end of September, beginning of October. So there's still more to come, and providing online training, offering those workshops online would greatly promote the society's services. It would be a good opportunity as well to recruit new members. There was a new agreement that took place between the SDIBC and the Association of Translators and Interpreters of Ontario, where part of our fees to our association go for membership with the Ontario Association, should we choose to, and part of the fees of Ontario members can go to SDIBC should they choose to, and that way we can benefit from each association and what they have to offer. Now, if we're going to be attracting new members by giving that opportunity to them at a discounted rate, we should have something to offer them, because they're in Ontario and chances are they won't be able to visit our offices here in Vancouver. So by going online and by having these diverse workshops and seminars offered to them, it will be enticing for them to opt into a membership with the society. At least that's what I believe in. And then worldwide too, translators and interpreters exist everywhere in the world. And we are affiliated with several societies and organizations, and they would also have access to our online workshops. It would increase our professional footprint, I should say, in the world. Another reason why we should provide online training is to meet the growing demand for training. Right now, the society has protected titles, which means that only the society can certify an individual as a certified translator or a certified court interpreter or a certified conference interpreter. And at the moment, 2 new designations have been added on as a response to the growing need of community interpretation. There's an influx of refugees in Canada at the moment, and individuals who need further support, community support, accessing the resources in the community, and also accessing the medical services in the community. And so there's another title, the Certified Medical Interpreter. Well, these 2 titles will be required to undergo certification, or the individuals rather who wish to have those titles will undergo certification as with any process. And the society plans to offer workshops to prepare the individuals who want to take that certification. So I think they would be better accommodated if offered online. Preparatory workshops tend to be repetitive for the society. They're offered numerous times throughout the year for interested individuals who want to become members, or the associate members who want to become certified. So if they're pre-recorded and offered at a fee, I think that would be more effective and more efficient. as opposed to utilizing the society's time and resources and space for those workshops. Another opportunity for going online is servicing the members better. Certified members constitute about 45% of STIBC membership, and they need 15 continuing education credits every 2 years. Some of them, the only way to get those credits is through the activities and the workshops and seminars that are offered by the society, but they're not always able to access them, either because of personal conflict or scheduling conflict. And so a lot of stressed out members every 2 years will call the society and ask for an extension because they hadn't had the opportunity to complete their CE credits. And so offering online workshops and seminars would allow those members to meet their requirements. Another reason is to increase participation. We have a small room, or workshop room, and it can accommodate about 25 people, and we really cannot book more than 25 people in the room. So going online, of course, that's practically limitless. You can have as many participants as the nature of the workshop or seminar allows, so we would increase participation that way. And with increased participation comes increased revenue. An average of 15 people usually attend the workshops because of scheduling issues, and bringing online training would allow for that flexibility, would increase the member participation, and it will bring in more money to the society. And being a nonprofit, we do need to increase the revenue, because whatever we make, we put back into the society for the betterment of the society and the members. Many of our workshops are offered by presenters or trainers outside of the society, so individuals who are not currently employed by the society. And I think that online training, once it gets up and going and members are supported with that, trainers rather are supported with that, it would give them greater flexibility. They wouldn't have to travel to our society. They wouldn't have to bother with parking and scheduling conflicts, or also have the stress of making it on time, making travel arrangements and so forth. So recorded workshops would eliminate the need for the repetition of the workshops, and also they would free the trainer's time and the society space. Now, for the trainers that are employed by the society and offer workshops, I think that online training would be a great opportunity for professional development. Incorporating online technology and adopting online training as part of the society's services would allow the trainers to gain new knowledge and skills. It's always great to learn new things. We all know that technology is evolving. We know that other societies have engaged in online training. We need to keep up with the times. We need to be competitive. And learning more makes one more versatile and responsive to the advancement of training and education. Online training can be easy and cost effective with the right management, of course. Computer-mediated communication platforms, GoToWebinar, which is what was used last year for the Markers training webinar, and Zoomas, they're affordable and they're easy to use. We can have 24/7 support for our trainers. There's multiple membership options for the program, so it depends on what our needs are and what we anticipate our needs to be. And I think that we will be able to recover our cost fast. And this is a little thought that I had. For example, we offered an 8-week course, Canadian Law for Court Interpreters. We offered it twice. It had 20 attendees. It was sold out, and granted, the presenter limited the number of participants to 20, and that's all that she wanted to have attending. But nonetheless, the presentation, the workshop, was sold out twice. So that would be 40 individuals attending. It could have easily be done on a webinar platform. And by having 4 attendees only registering in those courses, and we didn't, we had 40, but the cost of 4 participants for that workshop could have covered the annual cost of GoToWebinar. And the annual cost for the GoToWebinar would give us access to many opportunities for online webinar, not just a one-time thing. So I think that it is cost effective, and I think that it would help us a lot in terms of increasing the revenue by increasing participation. Well, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please submit them to the discussion forum. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I hope my society considers going online. Thank you.